All right, welcome back everybody. My name's Austin. Very, very good news day. The United States just brought Bitcoin into the national conversation. Listen to what this US Senator just said on ABC's Good Morning America to the nation, disclosing why she owns Bitcoin, saying that Bitcoin is not going away, and then educating to the nation, to the masses, what Bitcoin is. Watch this.
Senator-elect, you got another first under your belt. This one very interesting. You're the first senator to own Bitcoin. I'm going to be fully transparent here and say I'm not well versed in Bitcoin, but I know that there are a couple people who believe, yes, you should be an advocate for this type of currency, and then there are other people who are raising some concerns that this could be a front for money laundering or for some sort of tax evasion. Where do you stand? Do you hope to bring Bitcoin into the national conversation?
I do hope to bring Bitcoin into the national conversation. I'm a former state treasurer, and I invested our state's permanent funds. So I was always looking for a good store of value, and Bitcoin fits that bill. Our own currency inflates. Bitcoin does not. It's 21 million Bitcoin will be mined, and that's it. It is a finite supply. So I have confidence that this is going to be an important player in stores of value for a long time to come.
Well, we are more well-versed now after that answer. And
wow. Like the video, support it. Because in today's video, I also want to update you on Ethereum 2.0, update you on the Bcash Contentious HardFork that's happening today. But with Bitcoin, notice how the narrative in the US is changing, especially with PayPal and Paul Tudor Jones, these macro investors coming out in support. These senators, especially the ones that used to run treasuries, are realizing, hey, Bitcoin's not going away. And investing may be of huge benefit to us. It's a store of value. There's only 21 million ever. Comment below your opinion on what this senator just said. But moving on, next piece of news for you Bitcoin holders who are maybe waiting to buy the dip right now. Grayscale has just added over 7,000 Bitcoins in the last 24 hours, while everyone else is waiting for a dump to buy the dip. Here is their price chart for verification. We can see the yellow is the BTC price. The blue represents how much they're hodling. They're increasing position in Bitcoin. And as you can see, as the price has been going up, especially in these last 10 days, their position has been increasing as well. If we do the math and look at the last 1-day change, 7-day change, and 30-day change, in the last 1 day, over 7,000 Bitcoin bought. The last 7 days, over 15,000. In the last 30, over 57,000 Bitcoin scooped up by the Grayscale Trust for investors to invest in. Okay, next update on the progress of Ethereum 2.0. Right now, over 87,000 Ethereum have been staked in the Ethereum 2.0 deposit contract. We still need over 400,000 more ETH to launch ETH 2.0 before December 1st. We are 16.8% of the way there as of today. And here's what's interesting. Even though we're 16% of the way there, the time that has elapsed from the first deposit until the minimum Genesis target is 53.6%, meaning we are halfway there from when people could have deposited, yet only 16.8% of the way filled to the minimum capacity. So this brings up a bigger question. What if you deposit, but ETH ends up not launching in December? I want to stake 32 ETH in the deposit contract, but I'm worried it won't hit the launch target. How can the Ethereum Foundation reassure me that my ETH won't get stuck forever if we never hit that target? Do you ever think about this? Well, to get that answer, first off, the Ethereum Foundation can't assure you of this because they don't control Ethereum. Well, they do hold a large part of the coins, but you're right, they don't control the miners, they don't control the individual stakers, and the developer community, it is bigger than them. However, to answer the question, in the event that we don't reach the target by December 1st, we could either do one of two things. Increase the staking return to attract more Ethereum investors, or also lower the target. So incentivize stakers with more return, or just decrease the amount of stakers, which I would assume would decrease the potential security of the network as well. But I guess those would be the two options. Although losing your ETH that you deposited completely, well, it doesn't sound like a sensible thing to worry about. If the thing really did never ship, I'm sure it would be popular to do a hard fork to release the coins locked in the deposit contract. Wow, I don't know. The hard fork seems a little extreme to me. And if you're depending on consensus of the community for a hard fork, I would worry about, is it going to be contentious or not? If you have an opinion on any of this, leave a comment. I would love to hear your thoughts. But honestly, I'd be more worried about the opposite problem, that lots of people will stake, so the return won't be very good. But it takes a really long time until the next phase ships, and you can't move your ETH, even though the staking reward won't be that big if a lot of people stake. We don't know, but I'll keep you updated. Next piece of news, speaking of contentious hard forks, Bcash is to undergo a hard fork. This is now today. Here's how to prepare. And just FYI, this is contentious, meaning that the fork will split in two, right? Bcash was a contentious hard fork off of Bitcoin. This is now contentious because not everybody in the community agrees. Why is Bcash forking? At the core of this is a dispute between Bitcoin Cash ABC, or BCHA, and Bitcoin Cash Node, BCHN, two major BCH clients. Now, what does ABC want? Bitcoin Cash ABC has proposed plans to introduce an infrastructure funding plan, IFP, and is basically a tax on the miners. IFP would introduce a mining tax of 8%. That means 8% of the miner rewards that miners receive for processing transactions would go to a software team developing the blockchain. I don't know. I mean, obviously the miners aren't going to like getting less money of 8%, but I think this is the one that Roger Ver proposed to try and incentivize more developer activity in the community. So that's one side of the fork. And the other is BCHN thinks the plan is likely to discourage miners since it reduces their profits. Moreover, there are fears that it will centralize development of Bcash around a single team, which sounds fair to me if a single team would get 8%. So how does this affect you? Because this is happening right now, and people are already projecting a winner. Accordingly, BCH ABC's proposal is wildly unpopular, and many people think that Bcash's ABC fork will fail, since a minority of Bcash users will use it. On the other hand, about 82% of the miners use the BCHN full node software. This suggests that they are in opposition to the ABC fork. So we will see what happens, and big exchanges have already chose their horse in the race. Coinbase, major exchange, expects the BCHN update will become the dominant fork, but it will pause deposits and withdrawals of BCH until it has determined the upgrade is stable. So Coinbase is choosing/expecting BCHN. Kraken is choosing BCHN, although Kraken will support the other chain as well, will support the ABC fork if the hash power on the ABC network is at least 10% of the hash power on the Bitcoin Cash node network. In that case, we will have two very weak coins coming out of this. Binance says that it does expect the BCHN chain to become the most popular one, but it reserves the right to change its treatment of the hard fork if the BCH fork becomes the more popular fork. So basically it's choosing BCHN, but they will wait and see. I'll keep you updated, guys. Stay tuned. That is the video. My name's Austin, and just FYI, the USD Bitcoin pair is the first currency pair to appear on the Fox Business ticker. It is right here, first one. Be ready to answer all your grandpa's Bitcoin questions this Christmas. See you tomorrow.
It was a cultural reset. It was a cultural reset. It was a cultural reset. It was a cultural reset.